Kylie and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm gonna be doing something a little bit different. As you can see, I'm in my kitchen. So I'm not gonna be doing like my normal sit down videos or like a haul or something. I am gonna be doing a cooking video, which I know is a little weird, but I'm kind of excited. I'm not really like a good chef, but I saw recently on Twitter that Disneyland released their like mini churro bite recipe. If you know me, you know that I am like extremely Disney obsessed. Like Disneyland, Pixar, anything Disney related at all, I'm literally obsessed with. Like I kind of have a problem. I don't know where it started. I've like kind of like last year I went to Disneyland with my family and I was like, I have been missing out my entire life because I need to go here every year. Like if I lived closer, I would be getting a season pass for sure if I lived in Southern California. But anyways, for the video today, we are going to be trying out the Disney churro recipe, which I am so excited for because one, I have a sweet tooth always. Like sweets are literally my favorite, and if these churros are gonna taste anything like the Disney churros, I'm gonna be obsessed. Like gonna be obsessed. I'm gonna make them all the time. So we're gonna try this recipe out and I'm gonna make it for my family. And also throughout the video, I kind of thought that I could do like, to make it even more Disney themed, I could do like a Disney like questionnaire kind of thing. Like what's my favorite ride, my favorite food from the parks, like my favorite Disney movies, Pixar movies, all that kind of thing. So I'm gonna incorporate that somewhere in this video. I'm not sure where, but I'm gonna do that too. So it's just gonna be like one huge Disney fanatic themed video, which I am so excited about. So all you Disney fanatics out there, get your popcorn, get your candy, get your snacks for this video because we're gonna be cooking some Disney churros. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I hope you guys enjoy. So I just looked up the Disney churro recipe online and I just wanted to show you guys like where you can access it in case you guys like ever wanted to make it yourself. So on Google, I just typed in Disney churros, and then I'm gonna show you my computer because I am recording on my phone, so I can't show you on my phone, but I'm gonna show you in here. I just clicked on the first thing that comes up. It's like cooking with Disney, I think that comes up. And then yeah, it says just cook up the magic at home, and it has like the little picture. That's what we're gonna be making. If the light will focus, not really, but it's fine. So you just like scroll down and they're like supposed to be like the little mini bites, like not like the full size churro. And then it just gives you like all the ingredients, the instructions, and then it actually like includes like a little like YouTube video thing that you could watch also, like to help you figure out how to make it if you never like made churros at home before, because it can be like a little confusing at first. But yeah, so that we're gonna make those. I'm gonna get like all the ingredients set out and then we will start. Okay, so for our first ingredients to start, we're gonna be doing a 1/4 teaspoon of salt and then 3/4 teaspoon of ground sugar, or ground cinnamon, not ground sugar, in this little bowl. I just like combined it in there. And then you're gonna need 8 tablespoons of butter, which is just like 1 stick of butter, and probably unsalted. I'm gonna use unsalted just because most of the time baking is with unsalted butter. And then a cup of water. I already put it in my pan, and you're gonna like combine that all together. And it says to bring it to a rolling boil, whatever that means. I think it's just like a really hot boil. So we're gonna combine all those and put them on the stove. All right, so I have mixed all of the ingredients. So I have the butter, the salt and the cinnamon, and the water all simmering on here. It's starting to melt pretty good, and we're just gonna let that get to a rolling boil, and then we will move on to the flour. Okay, so I'm gonna say that is a rolling boil. I'm not really like sure what that means, but in the video it just looks like it's boiling. So now I'm going to put in my 1 1/4 cup of flour. So you have to like put it in and stir super fast while it like balls up, and it should turn into a big ball of dough. So we're gonna do that, but I'm not gonna film this part just because it's gonna be like too much and I want to make sure I get the recipe right, but I'll show you guys how it turns out afterwards. Okay, so this is what the dough turned out to be like. It's super like cinnamony because they put cinnamon in the dough too. So it like turned to dough like almost instantly. It was really weird, but it's kind of cool. So we're gonna let this sit. I think it's for 5 to 7 minutes. You let it sit off heat, and then we will start the other process. Okay, so while I let the dough sit, I thought that I would put in the questionnaire part right now. So I just pulled up like a little Disney questionnaire online that I found, and I'm just gonna like go through a couple of them and answer them for you guys. So the first like obvious one is, what's my favorite ride or attraction at the parks? So I've never been to Disney World, I've only been to Disneyland, so I can only go based off of that. But in Disneyland, I'm probably gonna have to say Indiana Jones. That is like literally my favorite ride. Like I get giddy just thinking about it. But I don't know, something about like the music on that ride and like just the whole experience. It's like a bumpy ride, but it's also like not a roller coaster to where it's like so crazy of a ride that you can only ride it like a couple times. But that is a ride that I can literally ride so many times throughout the day and I won't get tired of it. It's the best every time. And if you have never gone on that, ride on it in the first row, like in the front row. There's like 3 rows in the Jeep. The first row is like almost a different experience and it's just so good. My favorite ride by far. The next one is my favorite snack at the park. Obviously churros is one of them. That's literally my favorite. Another one, of course, the infamous Dole Whip. That is so good, but I don't just get like the normal regular Dole Whip. I think it's like new-ish. That's like the regular pineapple Dole Whip swirled with raspberry Dole Whip, and the raspberry Dole Whip is so good. If you guys have not tried it, you have to try it. But as you can tell, I'm a huge sweets person, so I typically will eat like little things throughout the day so that I can get sweets. I like don't overeat like huge meals while I'm in the parks. I just kind of like snack throughout the day so I can like try as many things as possible. Another snack that I just remembered that I have to mention that is literally like Disney doesn't really make it, but something about the Disneyland pickles. They are so good. Like they're like the white pickles. They're not like just the normal pickles that you like can buy at the store, but they are so good. Like if you want something salty and you like pickles, oh my god, get a dill pickle from one of the like fruit carts. They have them. There's one in Frontierland and then there's one on Main Street, like kind of by the Starbucks, like in the little corner by the like Market House Starbucks. Oh my god, get a pickle because they are so good. The other one is regarding like food, is my favorite restaurant at the parks. I haven't tried like too many just because I kind of like snack here and there. But like for meal wise, I would have to say restaurant would probably be Rancho de Zocalo in Frontierland. It is like a little Mexican restaurant and me and my mom just tried it when we went last time. We went last time around this time, like May time, and we tried that for the first time and it was so good. We got like these nachos and they were like loaded with like tons of stuff. They were so good. And also another like little, I guess you could call it a restaurant. It's not really, it's like a little cart, but it is the Little Red Wagon that's like parked off to the side on Main Street and they have corn dogs. Oh my god. If you like corn dogs, you have to try that place too because something about Disneyland corn dogs is completely different than a normal one. They are so good. Another question that I want to throw in here about like attractions is what attraction I'm most likely to go to, like the first attraction that I go to when I get in the parks. And it kind of varies, but typically I usually will go straight for Indiana Jones because it gets super busy, like insanely fast, and then fast passes run out super quick. So I like try to go there first, but I've noticed it like right in the morning sometimes it like breaks down. Like I've noticed that's kind of a trend. I don't know why. Like every time I go, I feel like it's always broken down first thing in the morning, and then it like gets fixed later. But if it's not Indiana Jones, it's usually Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, which is probably my second favorite ride because that ride is so good. I love that ride. It's a roller coaster, but it's not like a roller coaster to the point where like you get scared before you go on. Like it's just one of those ones where it's like so fun from start to finish. So I usually try to go on that one because that one can get pretty busy too. So it's either Indiana Jones, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, and then just another ride that I freaking love that I just have to throw in there is Pirates of the Caribbean because something about the water, smell of water is so good. And if you're a Disney fanatic, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so now getting into the movies. My favorite Disney movie. Okay, this one is a little hard for me because again, I freaking love so many movies. But two actually that I always go back to is Princess and the Frog. If you know me, that is literally like I watch that every night before I go to bed. Like I put it on to fall asleep and I could literally probably quote it from beginning to end because I literally love it so much. I don't know why, but I love that one. And recently I've been so hooked on Tangled. I don't know, it's so freaking good. I just love like the princess movies and stuff. And then a recent movie, which I guess this is kind of Pixar, that I've been so obsessed with, this has been like my new one that I put on to go to sleep every night, is Onward. I know that like a lot of people weren't really sure about it at first, and I honestly wasn't either. Like I didn't really want to see it at first. Like I was like, okay, like I could go without seeing it. Like it wasn't something that I was like, I need to go to the theater to see this. But when I saw it, it was so good. I've been freaking loving that one, and I've been watching that one so much. Another Pixar movie that I would say I really love, I'd have to say Cars. Something about the Cars ride and the movie is just like so good. And like the movie in comparison to the ride is so similar. So like when you go on the ride, it's like you're literally in the movie. I freaking love it. Like the whole waterfall when you're like driving through. It's so good. I love that one. So I like pretty much love almost every Disney movie because I'm literally obsessed. But those are like my top favorites. I really like this question because a lot of people are like controversial on this. And it's like, when is your favorite time to go to Disneyland? Like what season? So I've been there for Christmas, Halloween, and when I was there for Halloween, it was hot. So I haven't really been there like for summer, but I guess there's not really like a season for summer. Like they don't decorate it a certain way, but they decorate it for Halloween and for Christmas. So I've been there for both. And I have to say, like Christmas is my favorite holiday, but for Halloween, it was like so different. Like I went there for my birthday with my boyfriend. He surprised me, he took me. And oh my God, like Halloween is so good in Disneyland. Like they have the big old like Mickey pumpkin, and then they do like the big fireworks show that's like Jack Skellington themed. And oh my God, I love Jack Skellington in the Haunted Mansion. It was so freaking fun. Like if you have not been for your Halloween and you're like debating like should I go for Halloween or should I go for Christmas, go for Halloween because it is so good. It's just, I don't even know, just like the little leaves are like decorated on like the main street like poles and everything. Oh my God, I can't handle it, but it is so freaking good. You guys have to go for Halloween. And I just realized that for the attractions, I only talked about rides in Disneyland. So I'm gonna talk about my favorite rides in California Adventure. This one is really hard for me because there's Cars, there is Soarin', there's the Incredicoaster. But I have to say my favorite ride is probably Cars, just because, I don't know, like the song, the music, like just gets me so giddy. I freaking love it. But the Incredicoaster is so fun. Like my boyfriend hadn't been to Disneyland since he was a kid, and we went on Incredicoaster like 3 times back to back because he was so in love with it. And I was like, oh my God, it was so fun. And it's like definitely, it's a thrilling roller coaster. Like it isn't a like kids themed park, but it's kind of intense. It's kind of scary. But besides the Incredicoaster and Cars, Soarin' Over the World is like fun and like heartwarming. Like I don't know, like the music for that one too is so good. Something about the Disney music on like all the rides just makes everything so much better. Like when I walk on a main street and I hear the Main Street music, it just literally makes me so happy. Like I don't know, I'm just so much of a fanatic of Disney. I love it so much. So I think I'm gonna end the little questionnaire there. But if you guys have any more questions about like Disneyland or like my favorites about certain things, leave them in the comments below. Which, oh, I forgot to mention, I have not been on Rise of the Resistance, but I'm going to tell you now, I will be going this year. I know that it's Corona and we cannot go because it's closed right now, which makes me so sad, and which is partly why I'm doing this video. But once this is all over, I swear to God, I am going in October. I am going because I want to go for Halloween again around my birthday. My birthday's like at the end of September, but I'm going in October and I'm gonna ride Rise of the Resistance because I have seen so many videos and like Disney bloggers talk about how freaking good it is, and I need to try it. I have to go because I've watched a video of it and it looks literally magical and insane, and I've seen people even cry over it. So I have to try it and I will be trying it. But let's get back to our churros. Okay, so I'm gonna be adding in the eggs, and you have to like stir it in super vigorously. So you just add all the eggs one at a time. It calls for 3 eggs, and I saw in the video it's like kind of hard to stir them in, but I'm gonna stir it in super quick. And once I add all 3 eggs, I'll show you guys what the dough turns out like. I finished mixing in the eggs, which it was extremely hard to mix them in, and it was literally a workout. But I just put all of the dough into a piping bag, and then I am heating up the oil. I kind of just like estimated you only need a little bit, like you don't need a ton because you don't have to like necessarily like deep fry them. But we're gonna let this heat up, and then once it is good enough, I'll show you guys how to like test it to make sure that the oil is hot enough, and then we will get to cooking them. So the oil is hot enough, but I already tested it, but just to show you guys like how to test it, you take like a little drop of dough, and right when you put it in there, if it starts sizzling like that, that's how you know that your oil is ready to go. So I'm gonna take that out of there. So you're gonna kind of just squeeze, and the scissors are to cut it off when I think it's good. So we're gonna put it right there, and we're gonna let it fry. And I'm gonna add a couple more, and then you just kind of like use your tongs to kind of move them over. You just want them to get golden brown, so don't cook them for too long. And I would say put the heat like medium low. So we just finished, and you guys, they look so freaking good. I'm gonna show you guys like up close. And the batch made so many. Like, if you guys choose to make this at home, like, I know the batter is gonna look like not very much at all, but it literally makes so much, and it took me like 40 minutes to just cook them all. I'm gonna do a little taste test on camera, so I'm gonna choose just like one of these, I guess. In the beginning, actually, we tasted one a little bit, but it was like, I was cooking them too long, so they weren't like doughy in the center. But I think I got it down, so let's try this one. These are so good. Like, if you guys can see, you guys can see a little bit, but it's kind of doughy in the middle, so it's not like hard or anything, but these are so good. Alright guys, but that's gonna be the end of this video. I hope you guys liked it. I want it to be like a total Disney themed video because I've been wanting to do that, and I'm actually gonna do like some more Disney videos on my channel just because I'm literally obsessed and I love it so much. I would say that this recipe was a success. You guys should definitely try this one at home. It was super fun, and maybe I'll do the Dole Whip one next. My sister wants me to do the Dole Whip one, so might do that one in the next video. That's gonna be the end of this video. I hope you guys liked it. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, of course, and then below leave a comment what your guys' favorite Disneyland ride is or what your favorite food is. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.